Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyam Deva Bhadram Pashyem Akshabhir Yajatra Sthirai Rangai Stushtavansastanubhi Vyashema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vruddashrava Swastina Pusha Vishwaveda Swastina Starksho Arishtanemi Swastino Brahaspatir Dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are studying Prashnopanishad with Shankar's commentary. The Upanishad belongs to Atharva Veda, and out of the 6 questions asked, last time we came to the 4th question, rather the 4th questioner, because he has asked several questions. And though we read some mantras, today we can again go back and start from it. We can avoid certain side issues. So, Athaha enam sauryayani gargyaha papracha. So, to him means to Pippalada. The sadhak sauryayani garga asked, Bhagavan, etasmin purushe kani sopanti. Revered sir, in this man who sleeps. That means when we say a man sleeps, which indriyas or which organs are not functioning. Kani asmin jagrati. But inside, the dream is seen. So, beginning, first mantra, Chaturtha Prashna, first mantra. So, who is it who are awake? Which of the indriyas or mind or what, which is awake? Katara esha deva swapnan pashyati. Katara means which out of the 2. So, body or mind sees these dreams. Kasya etat sukham bhavati. So when it goes to deep sleep, the man goes to deep sleep, who is it who enjoys the happiness? Kasminnu sarve sampratishita bhavanti iti. And at that very time, who it is that all of them go back to him for sleeping, being established there. These are the questions. So up to the 3rd question, going, coming and all that was asked. But here, the analysis, psychological analysis, spiritually psychological analysis of the man's personality is being done. So, in deep sleep, we'll find out many things about the person of man which you do not see in the waking state. So here I will like to offer some comments. In his preface to the Mandukya Upanishad, revered Swami Nikhilanandaji and Y. Subramanya Swami, who has written a foreword to it, they have written that partial truth will give you only, partial data will give you only partial truth. Full data only will give you the real truth. That means the Western world tries to analyze everything only of the waking state. The Western world analyzes world as an object which we see in our waking state. So that is never going to reveal the full truth. Because man in his daily experience has 3 states. Why ignore the data which we see in dream? Or why ignore the state of deep sleep. So unless you take the data of all the three states, you cannot arrive at the truth. So that is the fourth questioner. He has understood this and he is asking details about waking, dream and deep sleep. Especially waking state everybody knows. So about dream and deep sleep, he is asking questions. And so these are the questions. And then now within the question, a doubt has been asked about the last question. Last question is, we are at the commentary last time, so we are not repeating it. The questions we have explained now. But the last question is, Kasminu sarve sampratishtita bhavanti. It presupposes that all of them become one and get established somewhere. So why it is supposed like that is the question. Nanu nasta datradi karanavat. You got it? Swavyapārāt uparatani pruthak pruthageva swatmani avatishtante iti etad yuktam. The questioner feels, the ordinary analyzer feels that there is a carpenter. When he finishes his work, he keeps away the instruments and he himself sleeps. Here, Swatmani does not mean Atma. In himself he sleeps. So, how do you think that they all become one to go somewhere? Kuta iti etad yuktam. Kuta prapti sushupta purushanam karananam kasminshid eki bhava gamana shankaya prashtu. So how the questioner, Saurayani Garga, how does it feel that in the sleeping time, both dream and deep sleep, how does he suppose that all his indriyas become one and go somewhere? Yuktaivastva ashanka. So Shankar replies that Saurayani Garga's doubt is correct. Yata samvatani karanani swami arthani paratantrani cha jagrad vishaye. That means think of the waking state. All the indriyas are working together for someone else, not for themselves. If I see something, what is that to the eye? If ears hear something, what is that to the ears? It is for someone that he sees through the eye, hears through the ears, touches through his skin, and then gets some experience. So, even in the waking state, they are working together and they are not self-willed also. Does eye think that I will see? Does ear think I will listen? So they are not independent also. So we should understand that at the sleeping time, samvatanam paratantrana eva kasminshit sangatir. So combinedly they go somewhere. So Saurayani Garga's question is more valid than what you are thinking. Because Saurayani Garga knows that in waking state, all of them work together. They are not independent. They are working for somebody. So he expects that in deep sleep also, all of them together will go somewhere and take rest. Tasmad ashanka nurupa eva prashno. I am so he has asked this question. अत्र तो कार्यकरण संघातो यस्मिंश प्रलीना. So this whole combination of body and mind. Body also does not do function in deep sleep, in sleep. Indriyas also do not function. So this combination, both in deep sleep and death, at the point of death, somewhere they must be there, because he will go to another body then. So all of them should be together somewhere. So that is what he has asked. So the last question, there was a doubt, so that has been cleared. Now the answers. He has to answer one by one all the questions. Tasmai saha uvacha yatha gargya marichayo arkasya astam gacchanta sarva etasmin tejo mandale eki bhavanti. That means through example is making me understand. And as we observe, the Indians were habituated to think as we observe, not hypothetically you find out like that, like that, like that. We are not dependent upon that. So what we see is the sun, and we see that sun is setting. And at that time, where are the sun's rays gone? Actually, the rains are not like that. Eh? But we see, then where are the rays gone back? They all go back in that shining disk. They become one there in that shining disk. That is what we see. And this is an example. Ta puna puna udayata pracharanti. And when the sun rises again and again, they come out of that. Evam havai tat sarvam pare deve manasi eki bhavati. So when they go to sleep, all these 5 organs go back to their ruler, supreme ruler, which is the mind. So there is an entity called the mind, and that presides over all these 5 organs. And there they become one. So that is about dream. That means one goes to sleep. So there, these 5 organs do not function. So these 5 organs go back to mind at that time. Tena tarhi esha purusho na shrunoti na pashyati na jigrati na rasayate na spurshate na vivadate nadatte na nandayate na visrujate neyayate swapiti iti achakshate. So at that time, this man does not listen, does not see, does not smell, does not taste, does not touch, does not greet others, does not eat, does not find the usual pleasures, does not leave off excreta, does not do any effort. And so people call he has gone to himself. That is sleep. Okay? So we need not go through the commentary again, isn't it? Now the next question. But something is awake, both in dream and deep sleep. So what is that which is awake? And the simple answer is that the prana's 5 functions, that is all awake. So when we sleep, the digestive system works better. Breathing becomes proper. Blood circulation continues. And the prana vritti, which takes us away from the body, becomes ready. Now this answer he is giving through the analogy of the homa yajna which they used to do every day. So you can skip that. Pranagnaya eva etasmin pure jagrati. So pranas, which are like Agnis, are awake. Then he discovered Garyapatya Vaisho Apana. Apana is that function of air which from here goes down. Vyano Anvaharya Pachano. Vyana is another function of prana which does the blood circulation. Yad Garyapatyat Praniyate, because it comes out of that apana, Pranayanad Ahavaniya Prana. Prana itself, that is throwing the breath outside, is another function of the prana. We need not go back to the allegory of the homas. Yad Uchvasa Nishvasau Hetau Ahuti Samam Nayati Iti Sa Samana. So breathing is going on. But at that time, what we have eaten and drunk, that somebody digests. Somebody equally, impartially divides in the different chemical parts of the body, bones, marrow, etc., etc. Mano havava yajamana. Now, these 5 have been explained, but we have to explain udana. Prana, apana, vyana, samana have been explained. Udana has to be explained. And udana is functional only at the time of going away. So, in between, he brings mind. And in the homa context, mana is like the yajmana, the host who is conducting that homa. Ishta phalameva udana. And the result which he gets is the next birth. So that is like udanam. Sa enam yajmanam ahar brahma gamayati. Now, udana, another function is being shown. That at the point of death, it will take him to another body. But every day, what it is doing? Every day, he is taking this mind, along with the other things which have become one in it, to Brahman. That means, in our language, you may say, man goes to God every night. Man sleeps on, in some description, man sleeps on God's lap every night. In some description, man embraces God every night. But unluckily, he does it without knowing. He does it as if his eyes are closed. Because it will derive happiness from there. And had he known it, then he would not have liked to come back. But in deep sleep, he does not know any such thing. And so, as soon as the mind has rested, as soon as the body has rested, it is compelled to come back. So that he indicates here, that every night he gets the result of all his karmas and so gets some happiness. Sushupti kale swargamiva brahma aksharam gamayati. So akshara brahma, the absolute reality, there it is going every night. Ato yagaphala staniya udana. So udana is compared to the fruits of a. And then I told last time that the following commentary is also explanation of this very mantra. Though it has been printed in the Gita press book, I do not know about your Gita press books only. So in the Gita press book, though it is printed as introduction to fifth mantra, it is actually the conclusion of the fourth mantra itself. Evam, in this way, Vidusha Shrotradi Uparama Kaladarabhya Yavat Suptothito Bhavati Tavat Sarva Yaga Phalanubhava Eva Na Avidushamiva Anarthaya Iti Vidvatta Stuyate. So here Acharya is telling us this is all about the man of knowledge. We said he does not know, but that is about the man of ignorance. But the man of knowledge understands. So, and the Yagaphala, etc., that means a man who has always been doing good works. It is not about a bad man. Generally in the Upanishads, when a man is taken, his good actions only are taken. Na avidushamiva anarthaya iti vidvattastuyate. So the fruits which he enjoys in dream or in deep sleep are not troublesome. Because enjoys is the word. And in dream, if you have done some bad actions, we will suffer in dream also. But this man is not suffering, is not mentioned. So, a good man having done good works, knowing things. So, what is described here, he says, is nothing but praise of the knowledge. The implication on this description is just not psychoanalysis. It is meant to praise the man of knowledge. Nai vidusha eva shrotradini sopante. It is not that man of knowledge only the ear sleeps. Ear sleeps in everybody. Or the pranas are awakened. That is everybody. And mind independently experiences happiness. That is for everybody. Sushuptam va pratipadyate. Going to deep sleep is for everybody. Samanami sarva praninam paryayena jagrat sapna sushupti gamanam ato vidvatta stutireva iyam upapadyate. So these three things are common for everybody. So why he repeats again and again happily and all that? So it is for the man of knowledge only. So in this way, this description has been for the man of knowledge only. Now, up to this we had read last time. Now we come to the fifth mantra. Fifth mantra in this answer to the fourth question. And the question is, who enjoys, who feels his glory in the dream state. The question was like that, or only in the reply? Question. In the question, it was only which of the two see the dream. That was the question. But in answer he says, Atra esha devaha swapne mahimanam anubhavati. Again, for a good person, everything is going on. So that has connected the mantra, that is why it is put there. So this is in relation to fifth mantra also. Because happiness is described, so it is for the fifth mantra also. And he says, Atra, in this dream state, Esha Deva. Deva has been told, the mind is the Deva. So, not the body which is insentient. Which out of the two? So, not the body, because it is insentient. And mind has light of the Paramatman. So, mind appears with light. And it is the ruler over Indriyas. So, it is called Deva. So, Esha Deva means mind. So, who experiences dream is the question. So, mind experiences the dream. But instead of telling experiences, he experiences his own glory. Okay? We shall see the commentary. And there, what does he experience? Shrutam eva artham anushrunoti. Oh, no. Yad drishtam anupashyati. Yad drishtam, which he has seen in the waking state. So in dream, he does not see anything new. But what we have seen, that impression goes there, and that is what he sees. So he sees what he has already seen. He hears the meaning of that which he has heard. Because the sound physical may not go there. But the inner meaning, which is conveyed by the sound, same thing goes in the dream. Deshadi ganta deshadig antareshya prati anubhutam puna prati anubhavati. So he has gone to countries, he has gone to different directions. So those very things, again he feels he is going to different countries, different places, different directions. Like that, what he has done, that itself he experiences. So dream is explained. In the Western world, dream is not explained. In the Western world, dream is taken, analyzed to find out what may be the cause of it. So hypothetical. Here he is telling what he has seen, that itself he sees. What he has acted upon, that same thing does. Drishtam cha, adrishtam cha. Another thing. Now the question comes, in dreams sometimes strange things are seen. Not what we see in the waking state. Well, that is a mixture of something. So he says, he might have seen, he might not have seen, that he sees. He sees what he has already seen. This is to tell us that the impressions how the waking state are carried there. Now the impression may be mixed up, and so he explains by telling that he has seen or he might not have seen, but he has seen somewhere. That he is seeking. Understood this point? Huh? Similarly, Shrutam cha Ashrutam cha, Anubhutam, he has experienced. Whether he remembers that thing I had heard, not like that. But whatever he has heard, he experiences those very things, maybe separately, maybe in combination, maybe past lives. Satcha, asatcha. That means in waking state, we sometimes comes, no. In dream, we see something subtle. In waking state, the yogis may see something subtle. Now that does not appear real, as the gross things appear real. So, what he has seen in previous dreams also he may see. What is unreal today to us, that is dream state. That also he may see. So, dream is more comprehensive. Past, present and future, everything is his. Real, unreal, everything is his. Sarvam pashyati. So, everything he sees. Sarva pashyati. You have seen the change? Objective case has been changed to subjective. So, who sees? Mind. How he sees? He himself becomes all and he sees. This is the wonderful explanation.
Sarvaha pashyati.
Sarvam pashyati is objectively everything he sees. Sarva pashyati. Sarva is prathama vibhakti.
Everyone, sarvaha.
Not everyone, not everyone. He who has become all, he sees.
Oh.
Whatever he sees, now you see in dream that you have gone to London. Now that London is nothing but made up by you. And the I who had gone to London is also made by your mind. So how the mind has seen you have gone to London? The mind itself has become you going to London, and he sees. You understand? Sarva pashyati. So wonderful is the dream analysis here. Understood? The mind becomes everything, subject and object both, and sees. And that is what we call seeing in the dream. And so he finds his glory. Glory finding is, of course, about the good person. So that is the direct meaning which we got from the fifth mantra. Now let us see the commentary. But how beautiful is this? Real analysis. He sees whatever he has seen, whatever he has not seen, and all that. He sees subtle, gross, and he sees everything. Everything means whatever things. And he becomes all that, and he sees that. Commentary. Atra uparateshu shrotra-adishu. So dream state is explained that the 5 organs have withdrawn. They are not working. Uparateshu shrotra-adishu. Deha rakshaye jagratsu pranadivayushu. And for keeping up the body, the 5 functions of pranas are working. That state, dream. Prak sushupti pratipatte. And he has not yet gone to deep sleep. Dream is defined like that. Indriyas are not working. Pranas are working for upkeep of the body. He has not yet gone to deep sleep. That is the dream state. Etasmin antarale. So, in this intermediary state, he is not waking. He has not gone to deep sleep. So, in this intermediary state, antarale, Esha Devo, this God, mind, already told, Arka Rashmivat, like the sun withdrawing its rays, Swatmani Samrata Shrotradi Karana. So the mind itself has withdrawn all the 5 organs. You want the technical? It is not explained here. That the 5 subtle elements working independently are the organs. And 5 subtle elements working in combination is the mind. So he is not working now separately, he is working in a combined state. Swapne Mahimanam. Now he is explaining Atra Esha Deva Swapne. He has explained Swapne up till now. Now Mahimanam Anubhavati. Mahimanam Vibhutim Vishaya Vishayi Lakshanam Anekatma Bhava Gamanam Anubhavati Pratipadyate. The mind becomes the reality of many things, both the subjects and the objects. This is his Mahima. Mind experiences his glory means mind becomes so many things, both the subjects and objects, the reality of them and experiences. Pratipadyate means experience. Anubhavati pratipadyate. Nanu, now doubt comes there. Questioner. Mahimanam anubhavade karanam mano anubhavituhu tat katham swatantrena anubhavati iti uchyate swatantro hi kshetragya. So this man knows some philosophy. And he says mind is the instrument of experience. Who experiences? Kshetragya. There is a knower or the self. And the self experiences through mind. So it is said mind experiences. Understood? And that Kshetrajna is Swatantra. Mind is not Swatantra. So how do you say the mind experiences? Naisha dosha. This is not wrong. Kshetrajnasya Swatantrasya Mana Upadi Krutatvat. Now you say Kshetrajna independently experiences through the mind. This independent experiencing is due to mind. Kshetrajna is nirguna. Kshetrajna does not experience something unless you assume he experiences through the mind. So you analyze something, I analyze better and tell you. Mind is not the experiencer. Atman is the experiencer. Atman is not the experiencer unless it experiences through the mind. Paramarthata swata sapiti jagarti va. That kshetragya neither is waking nor sleep nor dreams. It's always constant. So when we are talking about swapna and that kshetrajna is independent, kshetrajna is independent means untouched by jagruti swapna sushupti. This you should understand. Mana upadi krutam eva tasya jagaranam swapnascha. Upadhi means we already understood that it is not its real nature, but it appears to be its nature. So through the mind only, he is called waking or seeing dreams. Because in the waking state also, mind is required. In the waking state, he is seeing through mind plus some organ. Now the organs have come back to mind. So in the dream state, he sees only through the mind. And this has been explained in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Iti uktam svajasaneyake sadi swapno bhutva dhyayati iva lelayati iva. Sadi means along with the intellect. Shuddha buddhi wala. In dream, he in dream appears to think. He in dream, sadhi. Sadhi means with mind. With mind, in the dream, he appears to think, he appears to move. Dhyayati means thinks. Lelayati means has some movement. So, thinking and working, he appears to be through the mind. This Brihadaranyaka has told. So, what is wrong in telling the mind experiences? Tasmat manaso vibhuti anubhava swatantra vachanam nyayameva. So, Atman also experiences through the along with the mind. And Atman itself, if you say, then Atman never experiences. Atman is constant. Waking, dream, sleep is nothing for it. So that is Atman. But due to mind only we call he experiences. And in dream, it is with the mind only that he appears to think or appears to act. So there is no harm in telling mind is doing this. Mind means with Atman. Atman means with mind. So that is how the language goes. The mind of a good person independently experiences. So he explaining Shankar's method to explain word by word. So he Mahimanam Anubhavati Yad Drishtam Drishtam Anupashyati. Now here some more doubts have been raised, or rather some others' opinions are being discussed. Mano Upadi Sahitatve Swapna Kale Kshetrajnasya Swayam Jyotishvam Badhyata iti Kechit. Now Shankara is not sticking to Prashnopanishad question and answer. At this point he is discussing all Vedanta. So, because in Prashna we have not yet found that he is Swayam Jyoti. But the language is that Atman is Swayam Jyoti in dream. But if you take it is with the mind is doing everything, then it is not Swayam Jyoti. That Jyoti also is produced by the mind. Some people think like that in dream, because he sees through the mind, so don't talk of Swayam Jyoti there. Without mind he does not see, so where is Jyoti? If he has Jyoti, then why requires mind? So the very fact that he works through the mind will obstruct his Swayam Jyotitva in dream. Kechit, some people think like that. Tanna, but that is wrong. Shrutyartha aparijnana kruta bhranti tesham. That means what the Vedic rishis have said, not understanding there in delusion, there in Brahm. Their knowledge is wrong, they are not understood, what the rishis have said. Yasmat swayam jyotishtwadi vyavaharo api amokshanta sarvo avidya vishay eva mana adi upadhi janita. That means if you interpret Swayam Jyoti as Atman seeing something, don't interpret like that. Because even up to moksha, whatever he says is avidya only. The very subject-object perception of Atman is due to avidya. So, when he is working through the mind, there is no mind. If he is working through the mind, then even up to moksha, it is all avidya. How he has not understood the Shruti Vachanas? Yatra va anyad iva syad, tatra anyo anyad pashyat. Anyad iva syad. There is nothing apart from the Swayam Jyoti Atman. The Atman is one without a second. But if something appears as separate from Atman, then he sees something separate. So he is explaining how whatever he sees through mind is ignorance or wrong knowledge. So, if there is something appears to be different from you, that is ignorance. Tatra anyo anyat pashyat. So there somebody is there to see somebody. So the subject-object division itself is wrong knowledge. Matra sansargastu asya bhavati. Matra asansargasya tu asya bhavati. Huh? Yes. Now if you take Atman, then Atma does not come in touch with Indriyas. Matra means measurement, Indriyas. And Atman has no connection with Indriyas. If you take Atman, real Swayam Jyoti. Yatra tu asya sarvam atmaiva bhut tatra kenakam pashyat. So, if everything has become Atman, then who sees with what? So all the Shruti Vakyas you have not understood. And so you think that in dream, if it is with the help of the mind, then it is not Swayam Jyoti. If you understand Swayam Jyoti Atman, you will understand that it is one without a second. But he sees this or that only when something appears to be different from him. And that is called the state of ignorance. So he has gone deep into Vedanta philosophy at this point, not according to the running context. Okay? Ato manda brahma vidam eva yam ashanka natu ekatma vidam. So this doubt which you have expressed is because your knowledge of Brahman is little less. He does not say ignorant, because he knows Brahman, Swayam Jyoti and all that. So your knowledge of Brahman is little mild. So you ask this question, not of the real Atmavettas. But then another question comes there. Then what? Nanu evam sati, if what you say is true. Atra ayam purusha swayam jyoti iti visheshanam anarthakam bhavati. If by swayam jyoti you explain that one without a second and all that, then why does the Shruti say here in dream he becomes Swayam Jyoti. So how you show relation with the dream there? Atra uchyate. I shall explain. Atyalpamidam uchyate. Ye esho antarhridaya akasha tasmin shete. Iti antarhridaya parichede sutaram Swayam Jyoti Swayam Badhyayata. That means if he sees in dream, then Swayam Jyoti is not there. He said, this is very small objection. Because the Upanishad says, in the small space within heart, he sleeps. Then your Swayam Jyoti, what happens to that? He sleeps. And he is not all pervading. He is not one without a second. Because he sleeps in the heart. So he says you are not understood Shruti. Now he says don't grossly understand Shruti. You have to properly understand Shruti. Satyam, evam ayam dosho. He said, this we accept that there is some gadbad here. Yadyapi syat, swapne kevalataya swayam jyotishtvena ardham tavad apanitam bharasya iti chet. This is some pseudo-Vedanti or trying to be Vedanti. He says, in swapna is swayam jyoti. Kevalataya. Swapne kevalataya. Only in dream, Because we are saying only in dream we say it is Swayam Jyoti. So if we only in dream is Swayam Jyoti, then he says half of the problem is over. That means what happens in sleep, etc., don't think. But his Swayam Jyotitva is expressed in dream. He says, no, don't compromise. Don't produce an independent meaning. Na tatrapi. He is sleeping. Dreaming means he is sleeping. Where is he? Tatrapi puritati shete iti shrute. Puritan nadi sambandhat atrapi purushasya swayam jyotishvena ardhabharapanaya aviprayo murshyayo. He is not in contact with this or that. And in deep sleep, he sleeps in the heart. But in ordinary sleep, where does he sleep? He is within the nadis connected with the heart. That is the Shruti explanation. Then he is in connection with the nadis. So half explained is not true. Then please tell us, Katham tari atra ayam purusha swayam jyoti. So somehow manage the Shruti explanation that is not correct. So the sadhak now asks, now tell us, what is the meaning that in dream he is Swayam Jyoti? Then one more attempt at compromise. Anya shakhatvad anapeksha sa shruti riti chet. Are Swayam Jyoti you are bringing from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Don't discuss in Praśnopaniṣad. No. Acharya says no, that's not right. Artha ekatvasya ishtatvad. We think that all Upanishads tell the same thing. So there is no harm for bringing from there. Eko hi atma sarva vedantanam artho vijigyapayishito bhuvushitascha. In all the Upanishads, same Atma is being conveyed. And the sadhak is hungry about the same Atman in all the Upanishads. So Upanishads do not teach diversely. Tasmad yukta swapne atmana swayam jyotishto upapattir vaktam. So this is discussion between the different disciples. Shankar is explaining and different disciples are putting their own mind, asking questions and explaining. So Shankar says the question is there. We have to describe why in Swapna is called Swayam Jyoti. Shrute Yathartha Tattva Prakashakatvat. Because Vedas will tell us something real. Evam tari shrunu. So now listen. Now in this Shankar brings a lot of psychology. Shrutyartham hitva. No, I read wrongly. Evam tari shrunu shrutyartham. So listen to what the Vedas are telling. Hitva sarvam abhimanam. Giving up all pride that you know this or you know that. Na tu abhimanena varsha shatenapi shrutyartha jnatum shakyate. If you become egoistic in hundreds of years also, you will not understand what the Shrutis are telling. When you are wanting to know what the Shrutis are telling, you should have Shraddha with you, not your intelligence, not your ego that I am intelligent. If you work like that, hundreds of years also you will not understand what the Shrutis are telling. Sarvai Panditamanne. So let all the scholars think we are scholars. But for hundreds of years, if they apply their only buddhi and ahankar, they will never understand Shruti. Shruti is not understood like that. Yatha hridaya kashe puritati nadishucha swapata tat sambandha abhavat tato viviccha darshayitum shakyate iti atmana swayam jyotishvam na badyate. First thing is that he may sleep in hridaya akash. He may sleep in their nadis. But he has no connection with those nadis. This can be explained clearly. Shrutis. So that is not obstructing his Swayam Jyotitva. Swayam Jyotitva is one without a second and all that. That is not obstructed. He appears to sleep. He appears to sleep in nadis, he appears to sleep in. That is mind sleeping, not Atman. You understand? Evam Manasi avidya kama karma nimitta udbhuta vasanavati karma nimitta vasana. Here something is there, one more letter. हाँ ठीक है, वासना में अ भी है. अविद्या अन्यद वस्तु अंतरमिव पश्यता सर्व कार्य करणभ्य प्रविव्यक्तस्य द्रष्टुर वासनाभ्यो दृश्य रूपाभ्यो अन्यत्वेन स्वयं ज्योतिष्ठम सुदर्पितेनापि तार्किकेण न वारयितुं शक्यते. There may be a very proud rational man, but he cannot remove what we are telling, what the Shrutis are meaning. So he is separate from the nadis can be shown. And in the mind, what is there? Avidya, kama, karma. Wrong knowledge, desires, karma, nimitta. Because of them, udbhuta vasana vati. Vati is that wala, padasar. So in that mind is with the impressions of his wrong knowledge, his desires, his karma, all that has come. Anyad vastu antaram iva pashyata, where the perception is subject perceiving the objects. Those impressions are there. So critically understand like this. Now, drashta is separate. Drashta is separate from that vasanas. Vasanas are drishya. Drashta is separate. So this your proudest rational man cannot deny. That in dream, drashta is separate. In sleep, though he is sleeping here and there, he is separate. In dream, he is seeing those vasanas, but he is separate. Tasmat, sadhu uktam manasi pralineshu karaneshu apralinecha manasi manomaya swapnan pashyati iti. So, it has been rightly said that Indriyas have gone, mind has not yet gone. In that time, he sees these dreams. Becoming or with the help of mind. So, what is Swayam Jyoti? What is Swayam Jyoti till the end? In dream he sees. And dream this light does not go. So where from he gets the light to see? Because he has light himself. That becomes not clear in the waking state because we see outside lights also. In dream such lights are not there. So in dream the Swayam Jyotitva is clear. That's all. Swayam Jyotitva means this, that, all that is granted. But in Swapna, the Swayam Jyotitva becomes clear because like waking, the outside lights are not there and yet we perceive things. So that is the Swayam Jyotitva in dream. All the other things, Swayam Jyotitva is separate from Vishayas, different from that sleep and all that. So they are not obstructing Swayam Jyotitva. But in dream, there is no outside light and yet we perceive. So Swayam Jyotitva. Okay? We'll read the remaining commentary next Wednesday. This Prashna, this particular mantra 5, we have not yet come to what he experiences. Swapne Maimanam Anubhavati, up to this only we have read. And about Maimanam and all that, all the discussions have taken place. And from outside Shruti, Brihadaranyaka, Swayam Jyotitva also was brought in, and that is explained. So now, this Drishtam, etc., will take up on the next Wednesday. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyema Akshabhir Yajatra Sthirai Rangai Tuštavamsastanubhi Vyashema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vruddashrava Swastina Pusha Vishwaveda Swastina Starksho Arishtanemi Swastino Brahaspatir Dadhatu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.